guys, so finally we have the book ReConfidence, and yeah, this is a book you definitely need to get. And just the summaries of it is purpose, clarity, emotional wellness, and living unapologetically confident. And this book has been inspired by my own journey in terms of my confidence journey. There is a lot of my stories in here in terms of what has been my ups and downs. Yeah, way back from childhood. And when you think about confidence, first of all, it's coming back to the default settings. Everybody was born confident. And so, where did your bolt go? I mean, you are this sperm that ran like crazy, and there you are. And the other thing about you, when you were young, you will demand for everything you wanted. You thought your dad or your mom could buy you even an aeroplane. So, where did that child go? And ReConfidence is about bringing back that person because their capacity, their potential, their resilience is still living inside of you. And so ReConfidence is the journey that you're going to take to come back to that place. And this book has 3 major sections. Number 1 is purpose confidence, for you to first of all unpack what you already have within you. What are your default settings? What are the giftings and the strengths and the probably the abilities you already have that you can leverage on? And beyond that, how do you bring those things to your workplace? You bring alignment in other areas of your life using that. How does your personality, for instance, how does your abilities, how does your spiritual gifts, how does your personal experiences, and even your heart's desires in terms of your crazy dreams, how do they fit in what God has already designed for your life? And so we're going to discover that through the purpose confidence section. And then the second section, the second part of this book is self-confidence, and this is about you. Like, how do you just show up in your best mode, best foot forward, just do your thing. And one of the things we do is emotional detox, for you to just understand what are the things that have been clogging your soul, and how do you move from that place of pain to a place of turning it into purpose. And so we look at different dimensions of yourself, like probably your self-concept. Is that a question you're able to answer confidently? If I ask you who are you, is that a question that will make sense? Would you just, the drop of the hat, answer that question confidently? Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? In terms of sensing my own environment and asking myself, are there things about myself that I've not discovered? Do I have blind spots on who I am, on my abilities? And even the part of healing my inner child. Actually, that is a whole chapter in terms of looking at how do I keep on self-sabotaging myself. I self-sabotage the adult I am because the child in me probably needs attention. And so we come back to that. And even how do you recharge your soul? Do you take retreats to heal yourself from just doing life every day and healing from the exhaustion of what that means? And so there are different elements of self-concept for you to really evaluate your inner environment and to ask yourself, how can I calibrate it so that it becomes a powerhouse as I think about my purpose, which is in section 1. And then come to section 3, God confidence. And that is a space that will really, really, really make everything else make sense. Why? Because we are here for God. And when life ends and we are no longer on earth, we are going back to God. And how does that change everything in perspective? Or even feeling like I'm not responsible for myself, God is responsible for me. And I know I usually probably take this conversation with a lot of caution, because I know there are many people who've gone through spiritual abuse. Actually, statistics say that 85% of women in Africa have gone through spiritual abuse. And it means that many times it's because God has been misrepresented to us. In a way, it's not a space we've figured out for ourselves. And so it's important that you define that space, let it make sense to you. And so we explore different dimensions of God, and especially the God confidence part, in terms of what was his purpose, what was his intention. And one of my favorite conversations in God confidence is the cathedral glass. The one that allows light to come in, but it doesn't allow sight. You can see that, you can feel the light, you can experience the light, but you can't see the sun. And that is the same way sometimes we want to relate with God at that space where I can sense God, but I don't want too much of him. Like, don't come close. It makes me feel uncomfortable. And so how can we bridge those spaces and realize that, God is the one who makes everything make sense in my life. And he's a space that I need to draw towards, come to, understand, discover for myself, and become confident in that space as well. And so this is how we come back to confidence. And ReConfidence is that journey of you coming back to confidence, which is your default settings, and you getting your ball back. And so get your copy. dig in. And then we have the book launch coming on 4th September. We want you to be there. Just come and hear the stories and the conversations and all the vibes of confidence and what has been happening in Woman Arise, the ReConfidence Masterclass, and just come and be part of the story and make it your story too. And so see you there. Ciao.